Is that a stupid title? I don't know. Because often what I think, others are like, what? Huh? Oh, yes. Pro tip! Start every broadcast by inviting viewers to download the Haps app. Others are like, what? Huh? Oh, yes. Pro tip! Start every broadcast. Secondly, mute so I don't hear myself. But you should hear me. Download the Haps app. Subscribe to get notified when I go live. Support my work on Haps. Hey, that'd be nice. Even comment on my work on Haps. So, based on the numbers, the mostly silent stream I did this morning, in the wee small hours, not especially successful, but it was the wee small hours. And I do pretty well on replay. Well, on a smaller scale, obviously. But I have 17,700 live views, which yeah, in the months since March, and yeah, that's a small number, but hey, I'll reach 100,000 in what, 2 years? Hmm. How long will it take me to get to 100,000? Well, if I continue to be able to stream again, okay, it might take longer than 2 years. I don't know. Yes. Good afternoon, Hapster. What are people? What do you call people of Haps? Like America. You call them Americans. Canada, Canadians. What do you call a person of Haps? A Hapster? That sounds a lot like Napster. Um, a Hapsian? A Hapsy? No, Hapsy doesn't sound right. Hmm. So, where are you watching me from? Now that I'm streaming again, should I? Well, okay, why ask when? Well, even that aside, I'm not going to stop writing, so. Just curious. Which do you prefer? The streaming or the writing? If you have a preference. If you have a preference that you would share. Now, don't get all demandy. Because my audience, such as it is mostly, y'all are mostly shy. Well, a lot of you are comment shy on Haps. I like commenting on streams. That's one of the reasons to watch the stream live. Commenting, at least that's from me. So I just found out about this thing called a ghost. So like Inktober, it's a monthly challenge for when you draw ghosts. The whole now they have a list of prompts. Prompts I don't need, but you know, hey, some people do want prompts. You can probably find it. You can probably you can find it on Instagram. I just found out about it. I'm not doing it because I didn't begin on the first, and when I do the monthly challenges, I like to begin like when I do Inktober. Boom. I start on the first and I do it every day. Boom, 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 boom. Then I'm just happen to be drawing ghosts today. But no, I'm not doing. I'm not entering the Agos challenge this year. Maybe next year. And I'm definitely doing Inktober. Eh, I don't want birds. Birds in the distance. Yes. Oh yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. I have something I want to try. Obviously not this stream, but and I should put it on the schedule. So, brand new sheet. Well, the sheet itself, I've had that package of printing paper for a long time, but sheet, the naked sheet, as you can see, both sides at 16 panels. I want to do a stream or multiple streams, I suppose, where I draw all 16, where I draw 16 drawings. You know, my drawings are quick and easy and not super detailed, so I'm not spending lots of time uh, on any one drawing. I want to. I'm aiming to draw 16 in 32 to 48 minutes. So I'll put that on the schedule. I also have an unboxing I want to do. Oops. Because someone gifted me a comic book, an indie comic book. So I'll unbox it and show the first page, and at some point I'll read it. Oh no, it broke. It broke away. So, how's your day? Where are you watching me from? That I definitely asked before. You just say, say the continent. That's. Oh my god, they know I'm in North America? Oh, they know I'm on Earth. They know I'm in the Milky Way galaxy. I mean, presumably you're in the Milky Way galaxy on Earth. Could be North America, could be Europe, could be Africa, could be South America, Australia, Asia. Definitely not Antarctica. Yeah, I'm not reaching a science researcher the oh wow, I suddenly can't say Antarctica. There. Oops. Yes. Scheduled Habscast. So you're watching from Denver, Colorado. Wow. So, what's your ranking if you're from Denver, Colorado, or living in Denver, Colorado? Probably the Broncos first. It could be the Avalanche second and the Rockies third. Or not like hockey at all. Or sports. Okay, let's see who's live right now. Well, we got Chris Gales. Tuesday Chillax in Chris Gales' home studio. Lady Nevea. Wog is live. Kingdom Messages and Moments. Inspiration. Gabrielle Williams is live on Tony D's broadcast. Oh, was live. Okay. Well, thank you for having whatever number of you are still here. Thank you for having, well, even the ones that won't hear these words because they've already left. Thank you for having stopped by. I just wish more of you had stopped by in the first 18, almost, okay, 19 minutes. Maybe I'm already in the decline phase. He's here! Oh, he's here. Well, thank you for having given me numbers that made me feel wow. Like 80 live views? That was nice. Maybe these are the true numbers. Hey, geez. 9:58 in the morning. You just getting up? Not much. I'm drawing a cover to Peach. Have you had your breakfast? Ah, gee. Okay, not yet. So, thanks for, well, however long you're here or will be here. Maybe you're already gone. Jeeves, thanks for stopping by and actually announcing yourself as being here for whatever length of time you have been or will be here. I always appreciate the comments. So, thank you for not being shy. Like, what do I say? Start with hello and take it from there. I mean, all these shy people are better than at dating than I am, and what do they? How do they date if they don't go and say hi? I don't follow the Summer Olympics that much because, well, well, for a couple of reasons. Well, Canada's not as good in the summer as they are in the winter, and but it is totally wild. As I'm speaking to a fellow Canadian, and yeah, there may be Americans who are listening, who are watching now, and or have watched or will watch in the replay, but Canada beating the USA in semifinal football, even though it's also known as soccer, which is the original name in England, but footy, that to me is like wow. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, yeah, Canada's doing for their level at because their historic best is 44 from 1984, which as we know, if we know a little about the Olympics, that was the year that the communist bloc said, well, this is retaliation for 1980. So, like, half the world was not there, so Canada had a chance to do their best ever. And I don't know when in a full on year, a full on everyone there, where Canada will do better. I think their best at the Summer Games outside of 84 is 22. And I don't have it off the top of my head when. So Canada has become a dominant winter power, and they look good to keep doing that. You know, like they had what 7 straight Olympics where they won more medals than they won in the previous Olympics. They took a dip, but then they came back. Uh, but in the Summer Games, they're far from a power, and by power I mean you got to be well, certainly the top 10, but if you want to be a real power, okay, I'll say top 5. So they're far from that, but yeah, I mean, we already know they're going to have 15 medals because they're either going to get silver or they're going to get silver in football. I don't think they're beating Sweden. Prove me wrong, but even, hey, 2012, 2016, 2020, they've medaled in 3 straight Olympics in women's football. That's, you know, that's pretty good. 2 bronze and a yet to be determined, because it could be gold. They could beat Sweden. I mean, I don't think they will, but then who would have thought that they would have beaten the United States? Especially since in 2012 their bronze came after losing to the States. And they'll probably have more than 15 medals, but they certainly got 15, which ain't that bad. Okay, well, Okay, now you've done it. To say that they are not going to beat Sweden, that's a little too strong. Because we haven't been to the future, unless you've been to the future, to think they won't, that's one thing. To think they can't, ooh. Now I got to say that that they could beat Sweden. Because saying, nah, to think they're not, that's fair because Sweden's a good a good soccer power in the women. Well, they're good at soccer, but I think the women are stronger than the men in Swedish football. I may be wrong, uh, but to say they won't, categorically, they're not going to beat Sweden. Oh, now I got to be contrarian and say they can beat Sweden. Okay, that's better. I will be surprised too. But what you were a little too strong. You're all right. They are not going to beat Sweden. No. I mean, we don't expect it, but again, expecting that, they beat the U.S. So just don't be definitive. Like because that's almost hatery. Like oh they'll never do this. Like Habs haters. Oh, they'll never win a cup again, and oh, they're 24 cups. Most of them were won when there was fewer teams. Yeah. Shut up. It doesn't matter. They beat who they had to beat in those years. So haters can, duck cough. Yes, that's the new way to say it. Duck cough. Haters of anything. I mean, you can be a fan. You can even not like a team, but hate. You enter the hater realm when you say, "Oh," when you're talking definitives, like, "Oh, they'll never win. They'll never win a cup again. They won't be to the cup finals for another 20 years." Like just because it took 20 years, well, 27 seasons because 2005 was not a season at all. So that's why you should say seasons instead of years, but that's a minor thing. Uh, because don't forget, they had 24 cups. Say what you will, hate it all you want. The Montreal Canadiens have 24 cups, and nobody is close. And nobody's going to be close for the rest of my expected lifetime. Sorry, fans of the Bruins, fans of the Leafs, fans of the Red Wings, but close. If you get to 20, we'll talk because that's close. Anything less, F, no, duck cough. No, I know you're not hating. No, saying that they okay, well, definitives to a point, but you were just too strong in saying that they won't beat Sweden. I mean, I like you will be surprised if they beat Sweden, but it's you just came off too strong saying that they won't. Like you've been to the future. I expect Sweden to win, but we're on the same page. You're just writing on the page a little more. In that comment, you were writing in all caps and pressing down on the lead so that it was, harder to erase. Because I'd love to be wrong and see Canada wins gold in women's football. Because, well, I hate what they do in the Olympics you can have the where you can have just four medals, but if they're all gold, you're way up higher than like they give gold too much weight. Like I would say it should be total first, and then like if two countries have 20 medals and one has more gold, then they're higher ranked. But again, that's me. Just like not at the Olympics, but in World Championship, hockey and the juniors, they've got they've got all the Russian iterations as one thing, but they're not. Like the Soviet Union is a different thing than the unified team, which is a different thing than Russia. And they should each have their own because they're not the same. I'm sorry. Also, duck cough about not saying not or ignoring the fact that the Soviets were professional hockey players when it was amateur. Because oh yeah, they were soldiers. Yeah, but they were just playing hockey. You know, soldiers was the excuse. Yeah, so they were professionals. I mean, I don't agree that Canada pulled out, didn't play Olympic hockey in the 70s, but it wasn't right that it was professionals against amateurs. So, oh, they were not amateur, yeah, they were amateurs. No, they were professionals. Oh, whoa, oh. I looked at the live chats and I looked at the live and thought I'd gone from 9 to 16. That's just chats, though. Oh. Oh, thanks for passing by, Jeeves. He's still here for another 37 seconds. You've been here for 37 minutes? Wow. I haven't even been here for 37 minutes. I mean, hey, even if someone's here for a minute, that's at least they were here, though. Especially when I'm reading a story, if they only if they come in mid story, it's harder for them to know what's happening. Not that I'm reading a story today. Are you, Jeeves? If you're still here, are you a carnivore? Because I can't ask this question. Well, I don't know how to ask this question if you're not. Oh, so you're okay. Okay, I'll ask it this way. If you're vegetarian or vegan, if you're asking a hypothetical of someone where you choose three meals or three vegetables, your choice. One, oh, okay, you are a carnivore. Means you eat meat. Okay. Um, so I'll say burgers, pizza, or steak. One you can eat for the rest of your life. One you get to eat for another 6 months and never again. One you get to eat for a year and never again. Which are you keeping for the rest of your life? Okay, so pizza for the rest of your life? So you got 6 months, a year, you got the rest of your life. Okay. So which are you keeping for 6 months of those three? Of the other two? So pizza for life? Yeah, okay. I know it doesn't. Well, I mean, you can give the details, but the important part is okay. Burger for six. So you keep the steak longer than you keep the burger. See, I'm really torn. I mean, I love them all, but what I cook, I don't cook steak, so that's an easy. That's an easy. Keep it for 6 months and then say goodbye. But between for me, because hamburgers resonate because almost every Saturday, or yeah, currently and throughout my life, Saturdays has been hamburgers. But the love of pizza is strong, so I would really be torn between pizza and hamburgers. Though right now it's easier to say keep hamburgers for a year because I'm not cooking them on the barbecue because I don't have a barbecue, and even if I did, I've never barbecued. So, but pizza, so that I wouldn't. I'd have to. I'd have to take a long time to make a final decision. Ah, you mean like a George Foreman? Ah, now a good supper usually, often has a good dessert. So cookies, brownies, or a cake. And yes, brownies are not cake. Cake is not brownies. Same deal. Me, I'm always keeping cookies. Keeping cookies for the rest of my life. Cake, I would only eat for another 6 months. Brownies, I would eat for another year. What say you? See, that decision, dessert decision, that's a lot easier for me than the burgers or pizza decision. Believe me, I like burgers and pizza, but I like dessert too. Well, I mean, you can limit yourself to cheesecake, but it's just cake. So, cheesecake, yeah, that's a cake. What do you keep for the year? So you keep brownies for a year? Because yeah, you have to. Well, by process of elimination, because you have to use all the categories. Hmm. So, what's your favorite flavor of cheesecake? Cherry, strawberry. I guess there's probably a chocolate cheesecake. Ah, raspberry. So, is there a brand of cheesecake that you would say should sponsor you? If you could have one sponsor you, like, would you want the Cheesecake Factory to come along and say, "Geez, boom, just gotta well eat our eat." Well, I don't know if the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, well, you should definitely stream that. Make a cheesecake with Jeeves. Because there people would watch that stream. There's already a bunch of or do you already do that? Yeah, you should. Damn it, schedule it. Schedule it a week from. Well, I don't, pick a day that you're off and get get people excited to see the Jeeves cake. The Jeeves cake. Oh, that's what you should call it. The Jeeves cake. Put it on your schedule. I mean, that's probably a thing you want two cameras for. One camera on you and one camera on the baking area, or just the baking area. Ah, I've been a dishwasher at three different places. First time was at a Mike's restaurant. I don't know what the reach of Mike's is in Canada. They're, wow, mostly pizza, but they make other things. And then I was a dishwasher at a Greek restaurant, and I was, of the three times, the shortest time I was a dishwasher was at a sports joint, a chain. You cooked lines? What? So you should definitely put that Jeeves cake on the schedule. Good. Not that you need me to. I will talk about it. I will promote it. And I'm streaming daily until I can't stream, which I'm sure will happen tomorrow. But until I can't stream again, I'm streaming daily. And I will talk. Can I call it Jeeves cake? So you'll be baking Jeeves cake? And, Totally want you to use that name because it sounds perfect. Because it sounds almost like cheesecake, and you'd probably be making, well, you'll be making a cheesecake. Are you making raspberry? Since that's your favorite. Where's the brand go? Cheesecake. Now, if I could draw a good cake, I would draw a good cake, but I can't. So I won't. You'll have to draw your own cake. First, you draw your cake and then you bake it. That sounds like a plan. Woo! 14! And I'm at 55%. And it's only 132. Well, you're talking. Yeah, usually it's a it's a good stream for me when I have more than one person who's in the comments. But I'm not the only one. There's plenty. Again, there's people who get more comments, but a lot of streams, the people of Haps, and some of these people, of course, but also let's not forget that 14, that's the number that have been here. Doesn't mean that there are 14 currently here. And especially for me, there's probably more who pop in and then maybe get the fuck out. Like they're just in and out. Like I don't know how many. Yeah, they just in and out. Boom. But that's not so much a problem. I mean, because they were here, so they matter. They count. I mean, would I prefer if someone was in saying, "Hey, I'm just passing through. You do you. Whatever." That I love the engagement. So this is hella cool that you're here, and and maybe one of these days when I'm talking to a commenter, talking to someone, I'll invite them up. But because I can invite at least one on the phone, because I'm streaming with my phone. Of course, it'd also be nice if people weren't so shy with the Habs Gold. Come on, Desky. Let's go, Desky. Let's go, Desky. Let's. There we go. There we go. Okay. Because what people fail to realize, if you broadcast once a week, that's 2,000 for a month. Well, 2,000 Haps coins. And if you check in once a day after only, what is it, 5 days? Because you start at 10, then you go to 20, then 30, then 40. So 5 days in, and as long as you keep going, checking in once a day, that's 50. So if say it's a month of 50, that's 1,500 or 1,550. So that's 3,500 to 3,550 of free coins. You don't have to spend, though it's better perhaps if you do, but that hasn't been me so far. Uh, if I ever do, if I'm ever buying Haps coins, that means, well, that's good news for me. But people fail to realize, I think, that in a full month, you're getting 3,550 coins. It's okay to share them. And it's even okayer to share them with me. But I guess I haven't earned that very much. It may be whingy, but this is my stream and I'll whinge if I want to. It's my stream and I'll whinge if I want to. Okay, I shouldn't sing. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeeves and the One Man Orchestra. Actually, that sounds like a cool name for a group. Jeeves and the One Man Orchestra. But since I thought it, of course I'm gonna like it. Though, at least initially. I got a reaction. I got it a reaction. Let's see who reacted. Lindsay Badger. Well, thank you, Lindsay. I will be drawing a name drawing at some soon future point in time for what that is worth. Because you are an actual artist where I am just a dude who draws. Yes, I should talk. This is not a mostly silent stream. I've talked way too much for that. Please, won't someone make him stop talking? Ooh, 24 people have passed through. Will there be someone else who will engage me in the comments? Send an award if you believe there won't be someone else to engage me in the comments and send me a different award if you think there will. Hey, either way, I'm covered. But this is in no way an obligation, and no one should feel obliged. I mean, I don't feel obliged to award, but I do award from time to time, and if I'm able to stream for any length of time, which longer than touching 2 weeks, yeah, I'll be commenting more. Not commenting. Well, yes, but I give awards too. But obviously, you're not obliged to give awards to anyone. But remember, if you're here regularly, you're getting 35 if you stream even just once a week. You're getting 3,550 coins without spending money. And that's not even counting the things that you do to get more, like the challenge, the opening emails for a time. I don't think it's still a thing now. Linking your social medias, inviting people. That's outside of those things. Outside of buying coins. But it seems a lot of people are like, no, or I won't share with you. Which, hey, that's their right. It's just, but it's also my right to whinge about rarely ever getting awards. I guess I mustn't have earned them. Because the only other answer. Hmm, ugh. Okay, positive, 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 positive. Let's positive up. Ooh, 25. Yeah, when I'm routinely getting 100, that's when I'll stop going, woo, 25, woo, 7, woo, 13. So it might be a while. Hello. This is a test. Hello. This is a test. I don't. Okay, I don't hear the fan. I don't. Okay, I don't hear the fan on the broadcast. I hear it in real life, but I don't hear it on the broadcast. On the broadcast, I hear it in real life, but I don't hear it on the broadcast. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. I hope I'm coming in clearer than that. Hey, what the? I hope I'm coming in okay. Clearer than that. That's clear, but then some of the things. Hey, what the? Oh, is that? Mm. Was that the two mics? Hmm. Oh, sweet. 30. 30 people have checked in. Of those 30 who've checked in, 27 have already gone. That's about what I'd guess. 3 of 30 are here. And even that's maybe optimistic. But thank you for having stopped by. I am appreciative. Sorry I can't be more appreciative. $33. The numbers of two former Montreal players. One for the Canadians, perhaps you've heard of him. Well, good chance you've heard of him. Petrie Is, goaltender of the Montreal Canadiens from. Well, he was their goaltender in the 1986 Stanley Cup Finals, but that was not his rookie year. His rookie year was 86-87. And baseball player, Major League Baseball, Larry Walker. He also wore 33 and played with the Expos, not as long as I would have liked. and without the glory, that they had a damn good chance of winning. They could have won the World Series. Would they have? We'll never know. Would they have made the playoffs? Hell to the yes. I do not believe that they would have gone from 74 and 40 to like 87 and if it had been a full season. No. I mean, but the haters, oh, of course they're the Expos. They would have fallen apart. Okay, that could happen. But you know what? The Braves could have fallen apart because the Braves were 6 games back. Oh, and for the people who say 14 divisions in a row for the Braves, no. First of all, 1994 was a thing, and they did not finish that strike shortened season in number one. They were 6 games back. So right away, that breaks the 14. Also, secondarily, 91, 92, and 93, they won those divisions in the West. So you can't put the West and the East, smoosh them together and conveniently ignore 94 because 94 happened. And they even handed out Cy Youngs because guess who won a Cy Young in 1994? Yes, a Braves pitcher who was Greg Maddux. So unless they want to discount all the stats of 1994 and the awards and the Cal Ripken part of the streak and all the home runs but then they'd also have to give back the money to the people who spent the money, but they can never do that because the records, so that 94 happened. So now the Braves, they won 11 divisions in a row. That, no problem. 95 to 2005, it sounds like 10, but is actually 11 if you count 2005, 6, 7, 8, 95, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, and 2005. So you say 11. That's the record. The record is 11. It's not 14 straight because 94 happened. Because, I see that or people talk about it. So that pisses me off because it's not true. It's 11 in a row. You don't say 14, even though 14 is bigger than 11 and it sounds better. It's wrong on multiple levels. In fact, all 6 teams that were leading their division when the strike happened should be given something. They should call it something. But since the Expos would be a beneficiary of this, of course not. Oh, yeah, that's, nobody would say that's why, but it's convenient that the only thing that the Expos could have had that year. Oh, sorry, no. We'll give the Cy Young, we'll give, well, 2 Cy Youngs, because by then, well, for decades, it had been an American League Cy Young, National League Cy Young, but call a division, the teams at holding the division lead, calling that a division title. No, can't do that. No, 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 no. And don't tell me baseball wanted to come back that year because they said F history, and because only twice has there not been a World Series since the World Series was competed, and both were for stupid reasons. 1904 and 1994. And that strike killed the Expos. Yeah, there were attendance issues, but the strike and Dud Selig, I will never. Yeah, I don't call him by his proper name, which is one of the stupider names, IMO, in my opinion. And Bob Toupee, no. And if you know the names, their proper names, you're you're you know your baseball. Uh, like the Expos were stacked that year. 74-40, the best team in Major League Baseball that year. So of course there had to be a strike. Couldn't happen in '93. Couldn't happen in '95. Nope, had to happen in '94. Yeah. The players went on strike, but then baseball, like the strike didn't last that long in '81, and the other years it lasted even less. But baseball was like, no, no, duck off, duck off, you players. We're because both sides had to be told by the courts, hey, you mother duckers, get in there, get in that room, and make something happen. So if it had been up to baseball, God only knows how many seasons would have been. Nope. Because sports leagues, professional sports leagues, when they're going on strike, come on. Okay, CFL. Uh, yeah, their situation is not as good as the others, but I don't think this. I can't think of a time the CFL ever went on strike. So, but labor unrest in Major League Baseball, hockey, football, basketball. Shut up. You're all making crazy money. So we hear you going on strike or locking out. That's a duck cough situation. Like boo hoo. Oh, I'm only making 3 million. Oh. Though if you're a football player, yeah, that's a whole other thing because of concussions and. But even in the other sports, concussions happen. But boo hoo, you're only making millions of dollars. Oh, you poor player, you. And the owners too. They're making well, if they're good businessmen, they're making money. So, though yes, you know what has changed the game at least for now. But me, I don't want to hear about labor. Like, how many times are there going to be lockouts or shortened seasons not related to a pandemic in the NHL? 95? At least there was a cup that year. But 2005? No, there was no cup. And it can't be contradicted, but because I can say that the Canadians could have won the cup that year. We'll never know because there wasn't a season. But enough with the labor disruptions. And Gary Bettman, not that you'll ever hear this or would care, but NHL, get back in the Olympics and stay. Pulling out, Ugh, you're in, stay in, because you're not gonna see the NBA go, oh well, we're gonna step out this year because a player got injured. Oh well, injuries happen. Get back in the Olympics and stay in the Olympics. None of this. So I'm in, I'm out. No, get in, stay in, because damn it, the players want to play. They love playing in the Olympics, and you can make your schedule work so that it's okay. Heck, you had what this season? You have pandemic related, but 56 games. I mean, if you had to, it wouldn't kill you if it was only 80 games, 78 games in an Olympic year. Yeah, players are going to get injured. Hey, maybe even players who play for the Canadians, but if that comes out of the Olympics, I'm okay with that. The players want to play. Of course, it's very easy for me to say this because Canada in the NHL participating in the Olympics era, or the first era, if they come back, please come back. Don't be stupid little low business. More important than no. You were in, get back in and stay in because Canada does well. Gold in 2002, 2014, 2010, and 2014. America, not so much. Two silvers, 2002 and 2010. So it's easier for the American owners because Gary Bettman is just their mouthpiece. I don't know what Gary Bettman thinks of the Olympics, if he likes them or not, but yeah. And damn it, a Canadian team will eventually win a cup again. But I think there's plenty of American owners, and it sure looks like Gary Bettman is happy that it's that no Canadian team since '93 has won a cup. Canadian based team because the teams are still very much loaded with Canadian players. But I think if Gary Bettman was given truth serum and asked the question, Gary, are you happy that an American team is always winning the cup now? He'd go, yep. That's what I believe, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. Well, you could, but I don't think you'd be right. Wow, that lasted a bit. I'm down to 26%. Up to 36 people who have passed through. I don't know if I don't know how many of the 36 are here. But again, thank you for coming by. Hey, passing through hey, it's still numbers, but in any event, whatever number here has been here the whole time. You're quiet anyway, so hmm. Fingers crossed by the end of the month, or before the no, fingers crossed before the end of the month, I will have 18,000 views as my total, which I know pales in comparison to many of you. But if you had told me before I was streaming with any frequency that I'd be anywhere near 18,000 live views, I mean, if the count of the hats count is accurate, if it is, then yeah, that's a number. Wow, but it must be accurate, right? You don't have it if it's not accurate. So this is Peach, and as I like crazy high aims, like a million words a year. Though Peach hasn't been in all the covers, he's been on most of them. But I want to be writing. I want the Peach idea, which isn't well, because right now what it is, it's pretty much just covers to hypothetical comic book issues, and I want Peach to hit 10,000. Now, at some point, ooh, hello Nazim. So Istanbul, what is it? It's at least 713, 714, or 1914. 24-hour clock. Okay, so 7 hours, yeah. Because I think Moscow from this part of North America is 8 hours later. Some places are 5, others are 6. And of course, if you get to Asia, you're looking at as much as 12 hours. Australia is many more. So what's happening in what's the weather right now? I mean, I tell you what the weather is here in Canada, but my phone, which I do that on, is in use, so but it's a little uncomfortable in here. And in this apartment building, the apartments are several degrees warmer than the corridor. Lower 90s. Ooh. Yeah, that's hot. What about the humidity? Though you probably have air, so it's not as bad. I just have a fan. So I was liking the last, though this summer. Ah, see that's the thing about humidity. Humidity and wind chill factor, same thing. They add to the discomfort of the particular season. Oh, I mean, I did have another fan, but that fan crapped out last year, so and I haven't bought a new one. So I got a standing fan just over yonder. I keep saying each year, okay, next year I'm gonna get a because they have those little layers. Yeah, Florida sucks. What? How long is the humid season in Florida? Half the year or more? Uh, streaming and drawing. This is a cover to Peach, which I want to hit hit. I want to drop 10,000 plus Peach covers, and ideally at some point I'll be able to afford to pay someone to draw a cover that will actually make it. Will draw it like it was an actual comic and be really good. I do that multiple times, but because I don't think an artist is going to come along to me and say, "Hey, I want to draw a cover to Peach." 8 months, wow. Well, here in this apartment, presumably the other apartments in this building, it can be as early as April all the way to October, where it's like, huh, that's hot and humid and uncomfortable to sit in. But it wouldn't be as bad because generally outside it's worse inside this building than it is outside. Uh, I sometimes go there, but I've only been able to stream again. I don't know. I don't even know how, but it did happen after I started to write a story that began with the completely non-controversial line of "So I slept with God." So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's divine intervention. Well, thank you, Nazim. Your check is in the mail. Uh, Not literally because I can't afford it. But until I can't stream, I'm streaming every day. Oh, and I'm not shy online. And offline, my shyness is reserved to asking women's out. And I think they see it in my face, and so it's very much easy for them to say, nah, next. Well, I do like to drop from the ceiling. Because it's hard to drop from the floor. Though you can drop on the floor, which hurts. So better to drop from the ceiling. Like Spider-Man. Or a spider. So, Nazim, do you eat meat? Because the question of the day. Well, first of all, if you eat meat, I will ask you the question of the day. Though you are under no obligation to answer it, we're having a nice back and forth, so I think you'll answer. So you eat meat, okay? Now you're in Europe, but you did live in Miami, so okay. Here's the options: three foods, one you get to eat for the rest of your life, like amongst other foods, but one you can only eat for another 6 months. before you have to give it up, and the other you get to eat for another year before you have to give it up. And the three, and you please use all three categories, even if it takes you a few minutes to think, because this is just a hypothetical, so it's not actually going to happen. But the three candidates: pizza, burgers, and steak. Which you keep for? Well, see, these, this is based on F Mary Kill, but it's the same idea where, and it's works best when the decisions are tough, because if they're easy, like, okay, so you eat steak for the rest of your life. So what do you give up for six? What do you give up after 6 months, and what do you give up after a year? Because me, steak would be the first thing I would give up. But I'm torn between hamburgers and pizza because, well, pizza is pizza, and hamburgers. I've been eating hamburgers on Saturdays and on occasions other nights, but it's been the Saturday meal, the most the meal I've most eaten on Saturdays for the whole of my life, or at least living memory. And so, hamburgers 6 months. Hmm. See, I like steak too, but I don't have a barbecue. And so fried steak, not nearly as good as steak on the barbecue. So it's very easy for me to say steak would be the first to go. And then I honestly, because historically pizza on, no, historically hamburgers way more eaten barbecued. But I don't barbecue, and I don't have, they taste fine in the oven, but not nearly as good as on the barbecue. But the historical importance of hamburgers for me, because pizza before now, like before adulthood, was like growing up as a, it wasn't eaten often because somebody in the family, pizza is a no because of the cheese. So there was, on the rarest of occasions, it was, oh, homemade pizza, yum. And that has morphed into now where pizza is, for me, pizza is Fridays and hamburgers are Saturdays. Adulthood starting at 18. So I don't think I pizza as being the Friday meal hasn't been. Yeah, well, these days I buy frozen pizza because homemade pizza, like homemade cookies, you need the ingredients, and it's cheaper and quicker just to buy frozen or order in. But frozen pizza is way price friendlier than ordering in or taking out. So I don't even I didn't even do restaurant. But homemade pizza is easy. It's just more time consuming, and you because you can get ready made dough. The sauce, just get a can, open it up, pour it on, and then your ingredients. Cheese, peppers, salami. You've got sausage. You got hamburger. Well, also Italian pizza is a little different than American pizza. Well, North American pizza. Now, the follow up question, you eat desserts? You have a sweet tooth? Because the follow up question is same deal. Cookies, cake, and brownies. Which you keep eating forever? Which you give up after 6 months? Which you give up after a year? Me, cake after 6 months, brownies after a year, but I gotta go with cookies because it's easy enough to do Pillsbury and because I have baked cookies from scratch before. I even have a recipe book for cookies that I used when I was baking. Ah, okay. Well, so that's an easy. So which? Okay, you're not a sweets guy, but which? Just okay. If you look at pictures of cookies, cakes, and brownies, just visually, which would you not want to see ever again? Like same deal, but which look the least appealing to you? Cookies. So all kinds of cookies, but just if it's a cookie, it fits. Brownies and cake. And brownies are not cake. So you would so cakes you would never want to look at again? So it'd be the opposite. You'd be forced to look you'd have to look at one for the next 6 months and then never again. You'd have to look at one for the next year and never again. And one you would never look at again from this moment on. And that's cakes from this moment on? Okay. Yeah, that's my order too, except I'd be in the positive. I mean, not that I'm gonna remember these choices or I'm marking them down. Though I could, but I'm not. But it's interesting, you know. And these types of questions work best when it is a hard choice. Otherwise, yeah, I like pie, but pie pie didn't make it on my list. Now, is it just key lime pie that you like, or do you like other flavors? Because I've never had key lime, but I've had apple a lot, blueberry, pumpkin, lemon meringue. Used to have chocolate pie growing up. Had cherry. Um, Probably had another pie or two, but I've never had key lime. No, good cake is not well. Hmm. But if you were a cake guy, I would tell you to try applesauce cake. But you just said you're not good at making homemade pizza, so maybe you wouldn't be good at making applesauce cake. But that is a good cake. Mmm, tasty. Yep. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for engaging. Take care, Nazim. And yes, it was fun. That was Nazim. Tune in to his broadcast as he broadcasts about whatever he broadcasts. Well, I have to cook because I live alone, and I have enjoyed baking in the past. You should have her on one of your Hapscasts if you haven't. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. You too. Just leave enough for other people too. Don't take all the care. Oh, okay. It doesn't look like I'll be drawing a second peach cover on the stream today because I'm down to 15%. Whoa, I'm down to 8%. Oh my god, Silva! Hello, Silva! I'm I'm okay. I'm able to stream, and thank you very, 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 very much for the award. Woohoo! And I don't know why I'm able to stream again, but I am, so. And how are you? It's been forever. And no, uh, Cow Shark or Cow Shark is, I don't know. I'll have to try, because wasn't it Cow Shark that I, drew that you rather liked? Though I may have been calling. Well, if I make a proper Cow Shark, um, here's the thing. Hmm. For me to print up, because I see, I have blank shirts that I can put anything on, but I have to order in large amounts. So if I was to do, but then it's prohibitively expensive. Oh, Takara! Takara! Hmm. So what I'd have to do. Hello, Takara. And no, I still haven't. Not that you're asking, but I haven't heard from. I haven't heard from Uno. But if they're smart, no, I see. I would not be good doing shirts DIY. Well, I will, I will at them again, or well, I will send them another message. No, Silva. I'm afraid I would not be good at the DIY myself for shirts. Um, but if somebody else wanted to do them, because you're in Europe, right? You're in England, so that would be. Hmm. Or so if someone wanted to sell cow shark, okay, sorry, Northern Ireland. So saying England, I knew you were from across the pond. Apologies for saying England because yeah, any Irish is like England, wanker. I'm not England. Uh yeah, but it's like if you say to a Canadian, "Oh, you're American," no, that ain't gonna fly. And the same with if you say to a Kiwi, "Oh, you're from Australia," no, 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 I'm Canadian or I'm a New Zealander. Uh it's unfortunate that you ladies came at the end when I'm down to almost no percent on my phone. But I will be scheduling more broadcasts and I will be back again tonight at some point. Um, but thanks for the like seriously, thank you for the awards. They're so rare. Uh, well, because I could, well, if I had a webcam, um, and I don't know why I'm able to stream again. Like, it is interesting that I was able to stream again since I wrote a story that began with a completely non-controversial line of "So I slept with God." That's I don't know, I don't know how long I've been able to stream again. I only randomly thought, uh, well, I know the reason, but it's not a reason I'm any proud of. So once you understand that, well, I don't want to talk too much about that. That's just where did risque comment? Where did risque content come? So are you off today, Takara? Because you could always, you you're usually at work. Yeah. Don't tell the boss. Don't tell the boss, please. So you couldn't be here for long anyway. But also, I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh well, if you were at home, you could always have a stream for yeah, because there's always people down to play. But also, you should, as always, you should at or send a message on Instagram to Uno. So But I'm going to have to go before this cuts out because it will cut out at some point. Thank you, Jeeves. Thank you, Nazim. Thank you, Silva. Thank you, Takara. Two of you were kind enough to, yeah, you, good to see you. Take care. Enjoy your work. Or, well, as much as you can. Two of you were kind enough to give me awards, but four of you were kind enough to engage with me. You too, Silva, on this stream. So that always makes me happy. So, and to everybody else, thank you for stopping by, even though you're shy. I do appreciate you having been here for any length of time that you were here. I've been Charles Petrie. I will continue to be Charles Petrie. I will just be not streaming, which is an awkward way of putting it, but I'm captain of the awkwardness team and have been since 1980. Thank you. Peace upon your faces.